Hey everyone and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where today it is time for our level 55 Warrior Quest. Sorry, not 55, 54 Warrior Quest, my mistake. Hello there, Broken Mountain. Broken Mountain has some concerns about his brother. Oh yes, and before we get going, changes for patch 7.2 to Warrior at our current level are none. Any changes that are past level 54, I'm not worrying about. But up to level 54, there's no changes. Well, Matsutora, it seems your trials have prepared you for the next step down your long path. However, while your progress is truly remarkable, I'm afraid my brother still fears the fury of his inner beast. Even in the training yard, he swings his axe with hesitation. Seeking to test himself against live foes, he has joined the Maelstrom's efforts to repel a recent spate of kobold attacks. However, Whiskats has sent word that his ferocity on the field of battle is not what it once was. My brother has long admired your will. Test your axe against ever stronger adversaries and master the techniques of Eld, and by doing so serve to inspire him and all who aspire to walk the path of the warrior. Remember the words set forth in the ancient tomes and seek foes that test the very limits of your mind and body. The heat of battle will awaken the beast within, bestowing upon you the knowledge of our ancestors. Luckily, the path you walk has been tread on before, and you need not wander the land aimlessly. According to the tomes, Mithril once spent a season hunting the hulking grizzly bears that stalk Abalathia's spine, the largest of which are said to rival even a behemoth in size. Make your way to Tailfeather, and home to many seasoned hunters that know the lay of the land and of the creatures inhabiting it. Find the beasts of Mithril hunt and test yourself against their razor claws as he did. Alright, we're gonna go hunt grizzly bears up in the Rivanian Forelands. Hopefully we can inspire Curious Gorge to try once again, but I feel like this is not going to be quite enough to help him overcome it. I feel like inspiration is not going to be enough to help him overcome his fear. Ask any hunter around here about the grizzlies of Abalathia's spine, and they're like to tell you the same thing. If you see one, run. Got it, they are quite dangerous. Alright, next up, let's talk to you, Luisanet. What do you got? I can hardly forget the size of the beast I saw that day. I was tracking a chocobo around the 100 throws when I spotted a bear near as big as a house, drinking its fill from the waters. I didn't dare get any closer and went home from that day's hunt empty-handed. There are some big ones! Granted, it is possible that everybody is exaggerating the size of the grizzlies, just on account of how terrifying they are. Baby! Look at the baby running around! Oh my gosh, I've never noticed you before! But yeah, they could be exaggerating on account of how terrifying the grizzlies are, but that's at least 2 accounts now. 3 if you count the one who just says run. You're a right fool if you're thinking of going after one of those massive beasts alone. Best bring about a dozen friends along if you want to come back in one piece. If you've got the men, then I've heard of hunting parties using Wylam salmon to draw them out. If you head up the Wylam River, you're likely to find a few what died during the salmon run. Okay, that is useful information. Let's go find us some bait to draw out a rather large grizzly bear. Just follow the river to the north, and eventually we will find some good bait. Alright then, I see some grizzlies on the bridge. Oh dear. Let's not mess with those. They don't look to be quite big enough for our purposes anyways. There we go. Got ourselves some salmon. Now let's go set the trap. Most of the grizzlies hang out near the headwaters of the Wylam River, where it all flows down from the mountains up there. After all, that's where the salmon's spawning grounds are going to be at, so it's going to be the best place to catch some adult salmon. Okay. Please. Let me up there. There we go. And I highly doubt that one's going to bother us. We're level 71. That said, you are indeed massive. Oh my goodness. Big as a house, maybe not so much. But absolutely massive for sure. Holy crap. Alright, let's kill this Wylam Grizzly. And we should be good to report back. Back to Camp Bronze Lake. Alright then, Broken Mountain, good news. I still don't think this plan's quite going to work for helping Curious Gorge overcome his fear, but maybe. Whiscat and I have just returned from our duties in Lenosha. The cowardly kobolds never stood a chance. A dip in the hot spring seems a just reward for our bravery. Alright, Whiscat, what actually happened? Broken Mountain told me of the daring hunt you set out upon. I'd like to hear about it. Sounds like it's the type of story that'll get our blood flowing. Hopefully. Ah, Satoru, welcome back. My brother and Whiscat were just telling me of the Maelstrom's successes in Lenosha. Ah, the kobolds scattered as frightened mice before our wrath. I dare say they'll think twice before setting foot on Lominsan soil again. Do I need to repeat the fact that technically that is kobold soil and we're supposed to be sticking to the shores? Like, the treaty explicitly says that Limsa Lominsa gets the bounty of the water, kobolds get the bounty of the land. That's kobold terror. Oh my. This is a problem that will not be easily fixed, apparently. Satora, as eager as I am to hear of your journey to Abalathia's spine, I can't afford to waste any more time away from my training. The kobolds may be licking their wounds for now, but they'll be back and in greater numbers. Till next we meet. God damn it. Curious Gorge has acted in high spirits since our return from Lominsa, but his bravado scarcely hides the truth. What he said was true. Our operations against the kobolds were a resounding success. However, troops that fought alongside him say that Curious Gorge was noticeably shaken during the battle, as if afraid the tide would turn at a moment's notice. But it was not fear of the kobolds that caused his acts to waver. He still fears his own inner beast. As long as this fear has hold of him in battle, then there is little hope that he will grow as a warrior. Yeah, and our plans are failing, and for none of the reasons we expected. The kobolds become bolder with each passing day, and the Maelstrom's forces are spread too thin. Maelstrom Command is desperately seeking ways to supplement its flagging troops. They're considering bolstering fighting strength by training troops in warrior techniques, so Curious Gorge's capabilities have come under special scrutiny. However, if fear continues to hold him back, I doubt he'll manage to impress anyone. Once again, we are left wanting for a means to tame the inner beast. Satoru, was there not learned from your journey to the Dravanian Forelands that could be of aid? Ah, and in the same manner as before, the memories of battle have roused the inner beast. So my theory was correct. The key to mastery lies in the heat of conflict. Just as the ancient tomes say, only victory against a worthy opponent can temper the inner beast. Satoru, your growth as a warrior has given us valuable insight into the true nature of the inner beast. However, there is still much that remains shrouded in mystery. And there's still the question of what exactly sets Satoru apart from your brother. Indeed, the tools to tame the beast within are hidden somewhere. I just have yet to find them. Satoru, continue with your training while I return to the tomes. A solution will present itself soon enough? I'm hoping so. And we get to... Oh, yes. Every warrior's favorite ability, Fell Cleave. Fell Cleave is simply an upgrade to an existing ability. Let's go ahead and double check it in our action list. Fell Cleave is an upgrade to Inner Beast. Inner Beast would do a potency of 330 damage for a cost of 50 beast gauge. Fell Cleave is 520. Not quite double, but quite a bit stronger. Actually, let me check the exact numbers. Alright, so let's see. 520 from 330. Yeah, that's about a 57.6% damage increase on our inner bees. That is quite a powerful upgrade. But what makes it quite so good is the animation, I'm gonna be honest. The animation is what really sells Felcleave. Let's see. Oh, hello there. We have an A rank. Hello there, Marberry. Let's get out Juniper so we've got some backup, and let's take you down. You look like a worthy opponent. Okay, let's build up our strength a little bit. And let's check out Felcleave. You hit him with 3 spinning axes that come out of nowhere. Just these 3 giant saw blades that come out of nowhere to just claw into the enemy. It is a very satisfying ability. It is a very fun ability. And it's only going to get better as we go. Alright, you're not seeming too tough. We'll be able to take you down in due time. Yeah, we showed off what Felcleave looks like. Doesn't really change the rotation at all. We just... new, stronger ability with a fun animation. So I'll go ahead and jump ahead to when I've killed the Marberry. And we'll wrap up for today. And the Marberry is going down. That's another A rank off my list that I needed to hunt. I guess I was mistaken. There is one slight change to the rotation that happens as a result of getting Felcleave. Wait a minute, hold on. Combo potency on Storm's Path is 380. Combo potency on Storm's Eye is 380. They're equal? When did that happen? Okay, well, it's still, okay. So that, my rotation's not going to change too much from knowing that they're equal in potency. All that means is that Storm's Path increases, gives you more Beast Gauge, which leads to more Felcleaves. So it's going to be better than Storm's Eye when you already have the Surging Tempest buff up to at least 30 seconds. So yeah, Storm's Path is still better. Good to know. And surprise is about to happen. Have fun. Terrible fate. Okay, well, that's good to know. And Storm's Path also restores your own HP, so... okay, it doesn't change the rotation, but it is good to know that it's not a potency loss to use Storm's Eye. Not technically. Not as long as you're, not overcapping your buff. Okay, but the more important thing is I want to take a look at... so that's 380. Felcleave is 520, and that was 330. It used to be optimal that when you use your, Berserk buff, which is a 3 stacks of Berserk, each stack guaranteeing weapon skill attacks or direct critical hits. So guaranteeing the next 3 hits are going to be a lot more powerful, effectively. It used to be optimal that you would have one of those attacks be Storm's Path or Storm's Eye, and then the other 2 be your Inner Beast. Because you can only squeeze one Storm's Path or Storm's Eye into the Berserk window, because you need to use then 2 more GCDs to get back to it. So you'd use one on Storm's Path or Storm's Eye because that's your strongest attack, and then the other 2 would go to Inner Beast because that's your second strongest attack. Now that Felcleave is just objectively so much more powerful than our GCD finishers, now when you use Berserk, you want all 3 stacks of Berserk to go into Felcleave. So you'll have 100 Beast Gauge, Felcleave, Infuriate to get another 50, and then another Felcleave, and that'll be your full Berserk window. So yeah, slight change to the rotation as Warrior now, to really make use of that burst damage with how powerful Felcleave is. But yeah, that is about it for Warrior for today. Next time on Final Fantasy XIV, I believe we are progressing the main story. So I will see everyone next time for that. Oh, I forgot to minion. Oh well. I'll do it next time.